All right, everybody, it's Coach Tam, and today is Freedom Friday. And for this Freedom Friday, I'm going to go super vulnerable with my moment in my hope that it will encourage and inspire you by me sharing my story. So first of all, let me say that this is a video that I never in a million years thought I would ever have to film. It's just something that I didn't see coming. So I wonder if there has ever been a moment in your life where you were on fire for something and you just believed that God was leading you and directing you to do this thing. And so you poured all of your energy into it. Even when setbacks and adversity came, you pressed forward because you believed in your heart that God had a mission for you to accomplish, and that the idea that you had was part of accomplishing that mission. If that's you, I'd love for you to just drop in the comments. Let me know that I am not alone, that I'm not the only one that's felt that way. Now, many of you know that although 265 does a number of things now, like helping authors, aspiring authors get their books published and helping people get their message to the masses with podcasts. Back in the beginning, when we first started in 2013, my sole focus and sole vision for the company was to help people finally and forever release the weight. Having once weighed 265 pounds, by the way, for those of you that didn't know, that's the reason behind the 265 in our name, I knew all of the guilt and the shame and the frustration that came with carrying around that extra weight. And I clearly heard, I heard God say that my story and my journey was not just for me. And as he started to reveal pieces of what I needed to do, I got going in the direction of those dreams. But somewhere along the way, our focus transitioned more from wellness to fitness, and we got heavily into offering different fitness classes. And then fast forward to 2020, in the midst of COVID, even though it was super challenging for us, we saw a huge opportunity. We've got this technology that allows us to connect with people all across, not just the East Coast, but the West Coast, and even in other countries. We could take this message of blending faith and fitness and God being the center of our strength to accomplish our goals. We could take that to the masses. We would no longer be limited to our physical location here in Charlotte. We would be able to do that everywhere. And that's what I earnestly believed in my heart that God wanted me to do. So that set in motion, looking to add to our virtual instructor team. We set a goal to be able to bring 4 instructors on board, and we poured hours and hours and hours, looking back, over 200 hours into reviewing applications and trying to find the right people. And knowing that having a diversity of classes was important to be able to keep people interested and excited about their goals, we put together a plan to add more classes, to add more variety, to add more times throughout the day. We were super excited about what we believed that God was going to do. Fast forward to March 2021, and the plan that we had put together wasn't working. We did not meet our instructor goal. We added the classes, but we were having challenges getting enough people in the classes to make them sustainable and profitable. And so it started to become clear, painfully clear, that this vision that I had, either the answer was no or not now. And so I had to make one of the hardest decisions in my soon to be 47 years. Actually, I think it probably was the hardest decision. And that decision was to discontinue our fitness classes. And I thought about the staff that I had brought on board specifically to focus on fitness. I thought about the clients that were depending on us to have those classes. And my heart just sunk thinking about that. And interestingly enough, all of this was coming to me over Easter weekend. And by Friday, the day that Jesus was on the cross, it became clear to me that this dream was going to die. Have you ever been in a space where you've been just so passionate about something and you just knew that God was going to use it to bring himself glory and was going to use it to reach people and minister to people, and then your dream dies? And then on Saturday, I felt like Jesus was dead. I know that sounds crazy, but I felt like Jesus was dead because the more I tried to connect, the more distant he seemed. And finally, after trying all day around 7, I said, you know what? I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to watch TV. I'm going to have to release it because I don't have it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to tell my team. I don't know what we're going to tell our clients. I know what I need to do, but I don't know how to do it. And I don't know what's next because I felt like I needed to know what was next. So I did that. I chilled out on Saturday, woke up on Sunday, and some things started to become clear. But I didn't have all the answers. And I knew I needed to tell my team, and I knew I needed to tell my clients. So the only thing that I could tell them is what God had told me. We needed to discontinue our fitness classes, and we needed to shift our focus. I knew wellness would be a part of that, but I didn't know what that would look like. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, to tell a team of people that are dependent on me to help provide income for their families. Hey, guys, I know God is up to something, but I don't know exactly what he's up to. The good news is, fast forward, things are starting to become clear. And he's made me realize that some things were put in motion that I really hadn't quite tuned into. So sometimes we can get so consumed with what our plans are that we can miss God's plans. He'd made me aware of how much success we were seeing with the Publishing Secrets podcast, and how many people in the Christian space were looking for an outlet to share their story and to partner with people that shared their belief system. And that feeling of community that we love to create in our fitness classes was also missing in the Christian author space. So it started to become clear, hey, this is not denial, this is redirection. But I'll be honest, it didn't take away the feelings of failure, the feelings of loss and disappointment, even the moments of feeling like, did I miss it, God? Did I misunderstand what you were looking to do? So if you've ever felt that way, I want you to know that you are not alone. And there's a few things that I want to share as I prepare to wrap this up. One, when we are in that space, we've got to take it to God. He's the only one that knows what to do with it and is really equipped to handle it. Number two, we're going to have moments where the unknown is just there. Like, we don't have the answers. And that requires a tremendous amount of trust that God is who he says he is, that he is going to do what he says he's going to do, even in the midst of a failure where you thought God was directing you to this. It's just being able to have that trust that if this didn't work out, that there is something else, and that something is better. And then having the courage, having the strength, with God's help, to move in the direction that he is calling you to. You may not have all the answers. I still don't have all the answers. But if he's calling you forward, I want to challenge you to join him, to trust that the steps and the things that you need to do will be revealed as you move into the direction that he is calling you to, and to believe that that vision that he gave you, the ultimate impact and the outcome that was in your heart, that he's still going to give you a way to do that. It's an interesting place that I'm in now where, a dream has died, and I see like life, I see buds of life in this new direction, but I still don't know all the answers. But I also have this assurance in my heart that God is going to do exactly what he said he was going to do. And the ultimate impact that he was calling me to make is still going to be made. But here's the thing. It's going to be done in a way that is different than I expected. And it is going to be done in a way that brings him and only him glory. So if you can identify with this, I want you to comment below. Let me know that I'm not alone in dealing with the dilemma of failure. But here's the thing. Here's what I've learned. That God can turn these experiences into amazing testimonies. And that's what I want to focus on. God, what is next? How are you going to use this to do something amazing? And I want to invite you to join me as I take this journey of listening and discerning and trying to understand what God wants to do next. I want you to take that journey with me. I'm going to be sharing as I go along so that you can see what it really looks like to push forward, to move forward in the face of failure. I believe that God can turn our setbacks into success when we partner with him. God bless.